The vegetations of Mongolia include steppe, which is the orange and light green color you see on the map, desert scrub and desert waste, which is the light tan color you see on the map, and coniferous forest, which is the dark green that you see on the map. The land of Mongolia is mostly flat with a few mountainous regions, a few rivers, and part of a desert.
Mongolia's elevation ranges from 518 meters to 4,074 meters. Some of the mountains are Altai Mountains, Hangin Mountains, and the Henitan Mountains. Part of the Gobi Desert is also located in Mongolia, along with rivers.
The Karen, Selin, Zavin, Yuzner, Yesin, Pozgol, Ner, and Oran rivers. There is mainly a steppe and desert climate,
Which means that most of Mongolia receives less than 50 millimeters to over 400 millimeters of rain, and the temperature ranges from negative 28 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter to 81 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. Life expectancy in Mongolia is 67 years. Infant mortality rate is 42.7 per 1,000 births. The literacy rate is 97.8.
the majority of the population is focused in the major cities.
One reason that the population density is located to the north is because the Gobi Desert takes up the southern portion of the country.
Another reason for this is that the majority of the rivers are also located in the north.
The reason for such a sparse population density is because the main economic income comes from nomadic herding.
What you want to do is go back on those Google Docs and start figuring out different apps, dates, record. Physical is going to be different than climate.
Mongolian president pardons an American mining company but sentences 2 Filipinos to jail for tax evasion. In other news, Mongolia needs foreign direct investment. As you can see, it's gone down quite a bit and we need it to come back up.
Ready to go. Once you've done that, figure out some things that you're going to use. Figure out what you want to use for physical jobs.
Mongolia is the most sparsely populated and largest landlocked country. Mongolia is a very isolated country because of its severe weather and scattered population. In the 13th century, Mongol tribes were united under the rule of Genghis Khan. The Mongol Empire collapsed in 1386 after the Outer Mongolia fell under Chinese control. After the Russian Civil War from 1918 to 1922, the Chinese control was lost. More people today live in towns rather than the country. Nonetheless, Mongolia remains a region of nomadic pastoralists. Under the Soviet Union's influence, Mongolia was a communist state from 1924 to 1991. After the collapse of Soviet communism, Mongolia adopted a democratic constitution that opened the way for free elections and market economy. Today in Mongolia, there is a parliament that is referred to as the State Great Khural, which is the highest organ of power and is made up of 76 members that all serve 4-year terms. The parliament has the power to make decisions about foreign and domestic policies, enact and amend laws, approve the annual budget, declare state emergency and war, and draft legislation. There is a president, which is the head of state, commander-in-chief, and the head of National Security Council. And the president is second to the parliament in the terms of governmental power. The president is elected by a majority vote for a 4-year term. The prime minister is the head of the executive branch and are limited to serving a 4-year term after they are nominated by a ruling party and confirmed by the president.
There are 3 major sports in Mongolia that are referred to as the 3 games of Nim, which are wrestling, archery, and horseback riding. The most played of these sports is wrestling. The religions include Buddhism, shamanism, and some Muslims. They enjoy listening to many different types of music. Kumi, singing, morinhur, and love song. They have 2 important festivals, the Nadam and the Tsagan, Sar. Mongolians are mostly nomadic herders and farmers. There are several different traditional foods including aral and horhog, but there are several more. Aral is curdled milk that is dehydrated and dried. Borhog is cut up sheep. On top of this, vegetables, pepper, and salt are sometimes added as well.